So let's talk about a job in the office that everybody hates. Sending statements tends to be onerous and tedious, and people tend to put it off. And as a consequence, it doesn't get done. And this is a really critical part of your office collection policies. So let's see if we can figure out a way to make it just a whole lot easier and more effective. And as a matter of fact, let's see if we can't make it the easiest job in the office instead of one of the hardest. So your patient statements are just one component of your overall collection systems, but it's a very important piece in the puzzle. But all the other pieces also have to work and have to work together. So today, though, just going to talk about the patient statements aspect. Think about this for a minute. Everybody, all the accounts in your accounts receivable owe you money. Now, part of that money may be outstanding to the insurance company. That's true. But a lot of that money tends to be owed to you by patients. And how are you going to collect that money from the patients? If you didn't collect it while the patient was in the office during the treatment, then you're going to have to send them a statement afterwards. And so let's concentrate on that and make that effective. So again, this is kind of the job in most offices, at least initially, that we see. And that is they're kind of swamped by this. They're trying to do everything on paper. Statement day is just awful. And then after you mail the statements out, you wait for all the phone calls to come in. As Dr. Phil would say, how's that working for you? And I think for most offices, it's not working very well. So let's look at another way. Again, getting back to people owe you money. So we want to send these people statements, except who do you not want to send a statement to? Look at it that way. Okay, who doesn't get a statement? People with balances for less than $5. I would say you might quibble with that and say less than $10 or less than $2. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But we've kind of been arbitrary and said less than $5. It's not really worth your while to send out a statement and try to collect that. Wait till the patient comes in the office next time. You don't want to send a statement to anyone with an outstanding insurance claim. Okay, we're waiting for the insurance to pay, and because we're not absolutely sure how much that payment's going to be, usually we don't want to send those people statements. We also don't want to send people statements using the same logic when we have not even billed their insurance for procedures. So you need to look at the procedures not billed report and make sure that we send all those procedures to insurance. We don't want to send statements if they've already gotten a statement within the last 30 days. Now, we're going to send statements once a week. So if we sent somebody a statement today, we don't want them to get a statement again next week. So if they got a statement within the last 30 days, then we don't want to send another statement. Then the last thing here is about the billing types. So you control statements with billing types. Most of your patients, if not all your patients, should have a standard account as the billing type, and we're going to send statements to those people. There are some exceptions, and that is for practices that are so out of control on their statements that have accounts that are more than 1 year old, where you haven't received a payment for over a year. It's very unlikely that you're going to get a payment from that, either the outstanding insurance or from the patient. And so in those situations, we set up a different billing type sometimes called send statements, and it sort of is a substitute for the standard account. But in most cases, the standard account patients should get statements unless the statements are suppressed by one of these other criteria. So how do we do this? Well, it's really easy. In Open Dental, we just set up some criteria right in here under your billing, and then you save it as the default. So those things I just talked about are already checked up here. So how are we going to do this? We're going to go into the Manage module in Open Dental, and then we're going to go up to the Billing tab up there and click on that. And there's all our defaults I showed you before. So all we have to do, third click now, is Create List. And there's the list of people that Open Dental thinks should have statements. And now we just click on Send. Boom. This is pretty exciting if you want to watch the little bars go across there. We're sending these to an outside statement service. We like Claims Connect. It's 79 cents or 78 cents per statement, which includes 2 envelopes and the postage and printing and everything else. Now we had 3 errors here. There's something the matter with those accounts, probably bad addresses. And so we need to look into that. We might want to print that list before we close. But it's okay. If we say yes, it's going to delete those, but don't worry, they'll be there next time we do statements. So fast, easy way to send statements. Shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 minutes, and you do it every single week. The beauty of this system is if Donald Duck had an outstanding insurance claim and you sent the statements this morning, and now this afternoon in the mail, you get that insurance payment. Once you post that payment and close that claim, that's all you have to do. Because a week from now, Donald will automatically get a statement. Isn't that slick? You don't have to go in and change things. You don't have to do anything but just post that claim the way you always do. So again, this is simple, easy to do. And you might actually love Statement Day instead of hating it.